Other than that, we were in pretty good shape. But what we had to do is make a decision. And the decision was, do we do what every other campaign does and establish a super PAC, go to Wall Street, go to corporate America, go to the billionaires, and beg for money? No! We agree with what you said. No, we're not going to do that. Truth is, I don't now and I never have represented billionaires or the interests of Wall Street or the drug companies. We don't want their money. But what we did, which is something unprecedented, we said to the middle class and working families of this country that if you want to see real change in this country, if you want to see a candidate and a president take on the billionaire class and corporate America and Wall Street, help us out. And what happened? What happened is mind-blowing. Never in a million years would I have believed it could have happened. In the last 10 months, we have received over 5 million individual contributions. Than any candidate in American history at this point that a campaign. Anybody here know what the average contribution is? $27! I love that, I really do. $27. Transforming America, that is already one of the things that we have accomplished. What we have told everybody, guess what? You can run a winning national campaign without being dependent on Wall Street or the drug companies.
Super PAC, Bernie Sanders has our back. We don't need no super PAC, Bernie Sanders has our back. We don't need no super PAC, Bernie Sanders has our back. We don't need no super PAC, Bernie Sanders has our back.
You know what? You're right. Secretary Clinton has gone a different route. What can I tell you? What she has done is establish several super PACs, and her largest one reported not so long ago that they had raised $25 million from special interests, including $15 million from Wall Street.
Corruption!
In addition to that, as many of you know, Secretary Clinton over the years has given speeches to Wall Street financial institutions behind closed doors.
Transcripts.
And has been paid $225,000 a speech. Now, what I think is if you're going to be paid $225,000 for a speech, it must be an extraordinarily brilliant speech.
Yes!
It must be a speech that can transform the world. It must be I think that Secretary Clinton should share that brilliant speech with the rest of the country. The American people have a right to know if what she says behind closed doors to Wall Street is what she says to the American people. There is another issue out there, which, for the people of Ohio, for the people of the Midwest, for the people of this country, has been of enormous consequence, and that is our disastrous trade policies. I was elected to Congress representing Vermont, took my seat in 1991. It took me about 3 minutes to figure out that NAFTA and later on other trade agreements were written by corporate America to benefit corporate America. What these trade agreements were about are pretty simple. What NAFTA said, the permanent normal trade relations with China and the other agreement said is, look, I'm a corporation. Why do I want to pay somebody in Ohio 20, 25, 30 bucks an hour when I can shut down the plant here, move to some low-wage country, pay people there pennies an hour, bring my products back into this country? That was what those trade agreements were about. They were about corporate greed. That's exactly what they were about. And you know what's happened? Since 2001, this country has lost almost 60,000 factories and millions of decent paying jobs. And on top of that, these trade agreements have created a race to the bottom. You know what I mean by that? Oh yeah. What I mean by that is that if you get a job in manufacturing today, you will likely be paid significantly less than somebody who did that job 20 years ago. And the reason for that is employers are saying to workers, you got two choices. Either you're going to accept a reduction in wages and benefits, or else we're moving to China. Your choice. Well, that is not a choice American workers should have to make. Not only did I vote against all of these trade agreements, I helped lead the opposition to all of those trade agreements. And I'm sorry to have to tell you that Secretary Clinton has had a very different position on trade than I have. She supported NAFTA. She supported permanent normal trade relations with China, trade agreements that have cost us millions of decent paying jobs while corporate America made huge profits. Did I say huge? That's what I thought I said, okay. Now, there is at this moment, another trade agreement up on the floor of the House and the Senate. It's called the Trans-Pacific Partnership. Smart group of people. I helped lead the opposition against the TPP, one of the first to oppose it. Now, after all of the unions in this country, every single one stood up and said no to the TPP. After supporting it, Secretary Clinton came on board and opposed it. She supported it, she opposed it. But just the other day, she said that she wants to make it tougher for automobiles to be imported in this country under the TPP. That's fine, but it does not go anywhere near far enough. Our job is to kill this disastrous